Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Hope you had a good week in the stock market. It's Friday, October 15th. We're going to go over some technical analysis and talk about Gamestop, how it's looking into the weekend, go over some SPY stuff. Basically just tell you how all my predictions were spot on. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. We have a Twitter. If you'd like to follow us on there, you can. It's at HappyMoneyYT. And we also have a Discord server. You're welcome to join. Yes, SPY today kind of kept rallying. Yeah, so back here on October 13th, I was saying it's flipped bullish on the hourly. We got bullish MACD, green over the 9. And then, yeah, sure enough, the next day, big gap up, melted up. I was planning on going long, but I never had an opportunity because thing just gapped up and stayed hot on the RSI pretty much all day. Never came back down to VWAP. And then same thing happened today. I never had a chance to go long, and then even today it just melted up all day. Actually today was a little more flat, but stayed positive. Never kind of filled in the gap, just kind of kept grinding up. And when the market just gaps like that, it's kind of tough to trade at times when it just has these huge gaps and there's not a whole lot of movement during the day. So looks like it wants to come maybe back down to VWAP to close, but I'm not sure. I think this is probably going to cool off now. It's too hot for me to get into. RSI is way up here. I think it'll probably cool off maybe Monday and maybe trade a little down, a little flat, and hopefully the RSI cools off. But then I'm thinking probably go long on the SPY. Now we have multiple days green over the 9. Got bullish MACD. Kind of like I was saying back here, like it seems like we're going to rally. And I don't think we're going to make no all-time highs yet, but I think we might come up and maybe test it. Maybe that 450, 451 range for the high, and then probably some consolidation and then come back down. Because, yeah, we've broken this resistance of 444 today, so I think it probably kind of keeps going. Short term, though, I think it'll come down probably Monday a little bit, kind of cool this thing off a bit, and then probably keep going with this trend it's on for, let's see, that'll probably take some time. So we'll see. Amazon and the big market cap stocks went kind of crazy today. I think they're really pumping up the SPY for sure. So that's the SPY. GameStop, it's looking beautiful. It's kind of doing exactly what we were saying. It's going to consolidate and kind of melt down a little bit. Kind of make that handle. Look at this. Look at this little cup and handle it's making. Yep. So, and that's just from TA. So yesterday I pulled out bearish plays on it because I saw that we were, red under the 9 moving average. Bearish MACD. And that's all I needed. So did it, and here we are today. Came down. It also helps to have maximum pain numbers, and the market makers that are manipulating the price, they want it at max pain. So if I had a bunch of capital and I was a braver man, I would be throwing a lot into trades that basically keep it at max pain, because this thing gets stuck there often. So right now it looks like it probably rally up a little bit into close. We've got about an hour. Not sure. We've got a couple RSI divergences right here to here. This is just a 5-minute though. And then we've also got that bullish crossover there. So probably rally up, I'd imagine. Coming into next week, I think Monday probably come down a little bit more still, because this is all still bearish looking. And yeah, and then on the daily you can see these candles are just a little high off the 9 moving average. So it kind of wants to come back down, probably get back down to this 173, probably retest that as a support. Maybe a little lower, we'll see. Kind of want this, I want the MACD to stay bullish though. If it doesn't, we flip back bearish and then we get some red under the 9. Then we're looking at another situation that's similar to this. However, at this point, I don't think we're in this situation, because if you see how this price action was, it's coming down, bounced, then just went up. It didn't kind of look like a floor. And then especially here, so then it came back down further. This is kind of what I want and what I think is going to happen. Come down, hit, consolidate, retest a little bit, and then stay bullish and then rally. So looking like maybe late next week. If it doesn't just keep consolidating, we might just consolidate all next week. So really, we'll see. But I think it wants to come back down here, retest probably Monday, And then yeah, I think entry prices on this thing are going to be just about the best you can get, around 172, at least for now. If the SPY, I mean, properly starts to crash and not just this little correction, I'm thinking less and less that GME is really going to crash with it. I think we've seen it hold up pretty well with a big big correction so far on SPY. This is the biggest one we've had all year. Excuse me. And GME has done great during that. So yeah, I'm not convinced yet, and I'm very curious to see if the SPY makes like 2 or 3% days down, or 4 or 5, like proper crash, what GameStop will do, if it'll break through the support. Just, I'm not sure that's going to happen. And that it might be just a little bit of the SPY doing that to where it's enough on the margin accounts to where they have to start covering, and GME starts squeezing right then. So that is exciting, and I'm ready. But plays we have right now, I've got ones that are bearish to expire today, ones that are, of course, most of my positions are bullish, but short-term ones are bearish. And let's look at those quickly. Oh, stuff filled on here. Had a lot of coffee, I'm all twitchy. SPY. So yeah. Anyways, I did a call credit spread yesterday on GameStop just because I saw on the hourly it's red under the 9. We've got bearish MACD. Clearly looked bearish to me, so I did a call credit spread for expiring today, and this was a 187.5, 185. Very confusing because it adds it to my shares. But yeah, basically this is it right here. And then I opened up more, so I shorted more calls. So this will be 324 on these 5 calls I sold today. Again, I didn't hold these overnight, so I had to reopen these today. But then the call credit spread I did open up yesterday. Very, very confusing. That's this one, 187.5, 185. So anyways, those are all good. Still have those 700 calls. They're down 50%. I put a small amount to those. It's just kind of for fun in case I wake up and GME's at 1,000 and I'll have a little bit of exposure. And yeah, next week I plan to, if GME really kind of solidifies this floor, kind of like it did back here, if it really kind of retests it and I see the bullish MACD, probably going to do a bigger position, a bigger put credit spread, like 170 for the bottom, maybe 175. And yeah, because you can make money when stocks go sideways, when stocks go up, when they go down, when they stay really tight, when they go big, volatile. You can make money in any of those ways with options. So, or if it just stays above a certain price or below a certain price. And yeah, might as well try and capitalize when it's in these low volume, low volatile days, so we can buy more shares. Yes. History today on this account. I closed out of ORF. Those ORF calls, ORF's probably gonna rip though. I don't know. The fact that it didn't keep going. Yeah. No, yeah, I closed out of the ORF calls. Made a little bit on them. They were up more the other day, but it's still bullish. Everything's still bullish on it, but just the way this thing's price actioned, it's historical price action, I think it's probably done for now. So close that. And then call credit spread on SPY. Is that what this is? I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe. GME here. This is the short calls that I sold. And then Rocket. So I bought leaps on Rocket. Rocket has been suppressed. I think it's part of the heavily shorted stocks. It had a squeeze back when GameStop did at one point. Little pinch. And I think it's right here. And I'm bullish on it in the long term. So I bought leaps on it. It's had a really nice price. I've already got a lot of shares. These leaps are, let's see. These ones. $25.89 leaps. So the strikes on them are weird is because they offered a dividend, a special one-time dividend. So it moved all the strikes around. It's kind of strange how that worked. But that's the reason. So I got 16 of these, and these are expiring in 462 days. And they're for 25 strikes. So hopefully those will do well. I'll probably do some poor man cover calls on those, so sell calls against those. Just has to be a higher strike. So I could do it today with the velocity that Rocket kind of had. It did spike up some today, which is the first time we've seen that in a while. But I think this run probably will keep going. So I'm going to wait a little bit and hope it breaks kind of some of these resistances. And then we'll sell some calls on it. Because it really, for the options chain to get that IV, it really needs a couple days, I feel like, to get the IV going up in the options. So unless it just has crazy volatility. But yeah, it did have a spike today. Actually, okay, this was interesting. We saw it spiked crazy today, and this is one of my signs that it's still a part of this heavily shorted stocks. They can't hide it. The hedgies, whoever's short GameStop, they cannot hide it. Look at the time stamp on here. What is this? 11:35, 11 from like 11 excuse me, 11:15 to 11:40. Look at this. What do you know? Right there, 11:40. GME had this big spike. Bunch of volume came in, 44,000, way more than the average in that area, and had this big spike up to 186. Right when GME was spiking. Of course, AMC was spiking. BlackBerry probably was too, but we haven't seen Rocket actually move with GME for a while. But I saw that right there. No news on either one, of course. Did this have news? No news on this one. So yeah, I like the leaps is not really how do you get crazy high percentage gains typically, because they're not gonna be shorter term. I mean, we can, but it's gonna take a while, because for a leap, it's just got so much time on it that's not going to just go crazy quickly. But that being said, if these are in the money in like a month at $25, then they will be very valuable. So hopefully that works out. We'll see how that works. And I got leaps the other day. Well, I got that one leap on GameStop the other day, deep in the money though, and that one's just for premium selling pretty much. CPSH, I got calls on this thing. Chart looks really nice. This is actually in our long term too. I got 7.5 November calls. So it's coming down. Oh wow, it actually came down 4% today. Should have waited. Yeah, chart looks nice. So we've got bullish green over the 9, bullish MACD crossover. It has this divergence here, right here, and right here. That's a divergence, right? Yeah. Is a higher on the higher side than this one, and this is lower on the price action than that one. And historically, I guess this thing has gone insane up to $30. So hopefully those calls do well. I've got a good amount of time on them, just in case they don't. SPY, yeah. Don't know even what that was. Root, I am Root. So I bought the call. Oh, put credit spread filled finally. So that is that's a put credit spread on Root. I have calls on it also. This also similar chart. RSI divergence here, or MACD and RSI divergence from here to here. Pretty long time frame. This is a daily chart. Got green over the 9, bullish MACD crossover. This one also has a from IPO, like historically this thing's gone crazy. So it's at $4. I actually added this to the long term. I think we got 300 shares of it. It's insurance type company. So I'm actually want to get quotes from them, see what they charge. But it looks like a pretty good kind of newer insurance tech company that's been beaten down into oblivion. Yeah. One last thing to share with you guys. Or is it the last thing? Check out this Reddit by Lunch Break Boys. When people say I'm wrong about GME, I show them this screenshot and ask this. Tell me why all these high-level executives are leaving these huge, thriving companies to work at GameStop. Ignore the squeeze possibility, have them explain this. They can't, and usually buy some shortly after. Yeah, so there you go. Look at this. All these people moved over to GameStop. From my understanding, a lot of them too are just taking shares. Like a lot of the ones from Amazon and stuff, which is basically the most bullish thing you can have in a company when the executives and those just take shares. So yeah, we've got Amazon, Zulily, actually don't know what that is, Arteza, Outdoorsy, Google, Facebook, NFT Team, Walmart, Simply Safe, Microsoft, Target. I mean, all of these people moving over to GameStop is insane. They're clearly revamping, and clearly it's got the plan that we don't know about concretely. These people do, and that's why they moved, right? They all have NDAs, they're not allowed to talk about it, but they all saw the vision, they saw the future, and we're early on it. We literally are. And fundamentally, like that's why you can be so confident. That's why I am so confident in this crazy play on GameStop, because to me it's not that crazy. It's a big fundamental play. Squeeze will be awesome, but if it's not, then fundamentally I'm in. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you had a good weekend, or hope you have a good weekend. Hope you had a good week. Be safe. Peace out.